pagka alas 2, i-call to order mo, tapos suspend lang agad. Suspend mo na. National anthem. Tapos suspend mo lang agad. Silent prayer, tapos suspend. Ayun, ayan na.
Boss, ayaw na pala yung boss. Traction, boss.
The session is called to order. Please stand for the singing of the national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka masisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit ng baghaw, may nilang ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng maraming pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga ating at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for a few moments of silent prayer and reflection. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we call the roll of members.
There is a motion to call the roll of members. Any objection? Hearing none, the Secretary General is directed to call the roll of members.
Roll call of members, honorable representatives. Abalos, Abante, Abunda, Acharon, Asidre, Acop, Adyong, Advincula, Agaraw, Alba, Albano, Almario, Almonte, Alonte, Alvarez Jose, Alvarez Mercedes, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante, Amatong, Angara, Aquino, Arbison, Arenas, Arrogancia, Asistio, Ataide, Omentado, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Bascug, Bautista, Bautista Lim, Benitez, Bernos, Billones, Biron, Bolilia, Bondok, Bongalon, Bordado, Bosita, Briones, Brosas, Buhain, Bulot Begtang, Bustos, Cabredo, Cagas, Kahayon Uy, Calderon, Calixto, Campos, Kawagdan, Cardema, Cari, Castro Franz, Castro Jean, Celeste, Chan, Chato, Chua, Chunggalaw, Ko Angelica Natasha, Ko Elizaldi, Ko Pilar, Ko Juanco Jaime, Ko Juanco Mark, Colada, Culiantes, Corvera, Cruz Ambrosio, Cruz Ricardo, Cuwa, Quaresma, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Dayang Hirang, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor, Del Mar, De Los Santos, Dimaporo Muhammad Khalid, Dimaporo City Amina, Dionisio, Domingo, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, D. Faustino Ino, D. Faustino Michael, D. Ian Paul, Ecleo, Emano, Enciso, Enverga, Escudero, Espares, Espina, Estrella, Udela, Farinias, Fernandez, Ferrer Antonio, Ferrer Juliet Marie, Flores, Fortes, Frasco, Fresnedi, Fuentebella, Galeos, Garcia Albert, Garcia Dante, Garcia Jose Arturo, Garcia Maria Angela, Garcia Pablo Jan, Garcia Vincent, Guardiola, Garin, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Go Ed Christopher, Go Mark, Goles, Gomez, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Sandro, Goriseta, Guico, Gintu, Gulyas, Gutierrez, Hagidorn, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera, Horibata, Javier, Ko Olga Ara, Ko Ricardo, Ko Wilton, Kunghun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon Daphne, Lagon Sani, Lara, Lazatin, Lee, Ligarda, Libanan, Limkaychong, Loyola, Luistro, Lumayag, Makapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Magsino, Malapitan, Mangawang, Manikiz, Manuel, Maranyon, Marcoleta, Marcos, Mariano Hernandez, Marinho, Marquez, Martinez, Mastura, Matibag, Matugas, Mendoza, Mercado, Mercado Revilla, Miguel, Momo, Morden, Nava, Nisay, Noel, Nograles Juan Fidel, Nograles Margarita, Nolasco, Uwaminal, Olaso, Olivares, Ongchuan, Ordanes, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Padiernos, Paduano, Paglas, Palma, Panaligan, Pancho, Panotes, Pascual, Peña, Pimentel, Plaza, Pleito, Primicias Agabas, Pumaren, Puno, Kimbo, Rama, Recto, Regencia, Revilla Brian, Revilla Ramonjolo, Reyes, Rilio, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez Eulogio, Rodriguez Rufus, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand Martin, Romualdez Ieda Marie, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Sali, Salimbangon, Salo, Salvame, Santos, Saulug, Silverio, Singson Richel, Singson Ronald, Singson Mihan, Solon, Soriano, Suwan, Suwansing Horacio, Suwansing Micaela Angela, Suarez, Talyado, Tamayo, Tambunting, Tan Joseph, Tan Keith Micah, Tan Reynolds Michael, Tan Samir, Tan Stephen James, Tan Tambut, Tan Chay, Tan Huatco, Tariela, Teodoro, Teves Arnolfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tieng, Tolentino, Tulfo Jocelyn, Tulfo Ralph Wendell, Tupas, Tutor, T, Umali, Unabia, Ungab, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso Tuazon, Vergara, Verzosa, Villa, Villafuerte Luis Raymond, Villafuerte Miguel Luis, Villanueva, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Violago, Yap Christiantel, Yap Christopherson, Yap Edvic, Yap Eric, U Divina Grace, U Giselle Victoria, Yulo, Zamora Amparo Maria, Zamora Maria Carmen, Zamora Isabel Maria, Zubiri. Mr. Speaker, the roll call shows that 310 members responded to the call.
With 310 members responding to the call, the chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, considering that copies of the journal of the previous session have been electronically distributed to the members, I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal. I also move for the approval of the journal numbers 11, dated August 22, 2022, and journal number 12, dated August 23, 2022.
There is a motion to approve journals number 11 and 12. Any objection? Hearing none, the chair approves the journal number 11 and 12. Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move for 1 minute suspension.
session suspended. Session resumed. Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move that we now proceed with affairs of business and request that the Secretary General be directed to read the title of the bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as communications. So move, Mr. Speaker.
there is a motion. Any objection? The chair hears none. The Secretary General is directed to read the title of bills and resolutions on first reading, as well as the communications and committee reports for referral to the appropriate committee.
Reference of business, bills on first reading. House Bill number 3774, establishing evacuation centers in every city and municipality by Representative Arrogancia.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 3775, establishing a nursing home for homeless and abandoned senior citizens in every city or municipality in the Philippines, Representative Vargas.
To the Special Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill 3776, upgrading the salary scales or levels of public dentists, Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill 3777, to develop, protect, and promote the livestock, poultry, and dairy industries and their value chain to provide for a livestock, poultry, and dairy competitiveness enhancement fund, Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill 3778, establishing evacuation centers in every city and municipality, Representative Gomez.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 3779, converting the city road passing from barangays Luna, Dolores, Milagro, and Tongonan, leading to Lake Danao in the city of Ormoc, Leyte into National Road, by Representative Gomez.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill 3780, granting the Magna Carta for daycare workers, Representative Almonte.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 3781, instituting a national comprehensive program for the early detection of developmental delays and disabilities in children ages 0 to 5 years old, Representative Almonte.
To the Committee on Welfare of Children.
House Bill 3782, mandating the appointment or designation of a local human settlements officer in all provinces, cities, and municipalities, providing for its qualifications and functions, by Representative Gintu.
To the Committee on Housing and Urban Development.
House Bill 3783, mandating the establishment of the National Emergency Stockpile, Representative Gintu.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 3784, providing measures to protect individuals engaged in food, grocery, and pharmacy delivery services, Representative Gintu.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill 3785, renewing for another 25 years the franchise granted to Polytechnic Foundation of Cotabato and Asia Inc. under R8 8995, Representative Cagas.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill 3786, establishing the Eastern Cordillera Regional Hospital in Mayoyao, Ifugao, integrating therewith Major Ferdinand Edralin Marcos Emergency Hospital in Panapdopan, Lamut, Ifugao, retaining its name as such. Representatives Chungalaw, Marcos, and Barba.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 3787, providing for the condonation of unpaid amortizations and interest of agrarian reform beneficiaries on lands awarded under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program, Representative Chungalaw.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill 3788, creating the Department of Water Resources and the Water Regulatory Commission, Representative Robes.
To the Committee on Government Reorganization and the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill 3789, amending certain sections, repealing Section 709, and adding Section 440A, all under the Customs Modernization and Tariff Act, Representative Daza.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 3790, converting the primary care facility in Sawata, San Isidro, Davao del Norte into a 10-bed capacity ward extension of the Davao Regional Medical Center, Tagum City, to be known as the Davao Regional Medical Center Infirmary. Representative Alvarez, Pantaleon.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill 3791, declaring the Pantaron Mountain Range as a protected area categorized as a national park and watershed and providing for its management and administration. Representative Alvarez, Pantaleon.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
House Bill numbers 3792, 3793, 3794, and 3795, creating certain barangays in Sawata, Davao del Norte. Representative Alvarez, Pantaleon.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 3796, creating 4 additional branches of the Regional Trial Court in the 11th Judicial Region. Representative Alvarez, Pantaleon.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill 3797, emancipating agrarian reform beneficiaries from debt through the free award of agricultural lands under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill 3798, providing for the establishment of academic scholarship and return service program for public school teachers and their children. Representative Aumentado.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 3799, providing for the establishment and construction of an airport in the province of Dinagat Islands. Representative Ecleo.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill 3800 to 3830, providing for the conversion of several roads and roadways in Dinagat Islands into national roads. Representative Ecleo.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill 3831, establishing a business permit and licensing office in every city or municipality in the country. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 3832, promoting the establishment of public math, science, high schools in previously underserved areas. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 3833, providing for the registration, regulation, and operation of cooperative banks. Representative Garcia Pablojan.
To the Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries.
House Bill 3834, mandating the provision of 1 laptop for every learner enrolled under the K-12 program of the DepEd, escalating the provision of reliable and secure internet connection for the use of such laptops. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill 3835, requiring the completion of an economics and personal finance literacy course as an elementary, secondary, tertiary, and technical vocational graduation requirement in public and private schools, mandating professional development for EPF teachers, teaching financial literacy to EPF partners. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture and the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill 3836, imposing taxes on off-site betting activities on locally licensed cockfights and derbies. Representative Colada.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill 3837, strengthening the national competition policy by Representative Colada.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 3838, providing for the revised Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines. Representative Colada.
To the Committee on Trade and Industry.
House Bill 3839, granting full insurance coverage to all qualified agrarian reform beneficiaries of the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. Representative Singson Mihan.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill 3840, creating the National Emergency and Crisis Management Agency. Representative Morden.
To the Committee on Disaster Resilience.
House Bill 3841, upgrading the benefits and incentives of barangay tanod members who have rendered at least 1 year of service in the barangay government. Representative Morden.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill 3842, declaring September 5 of every year a special non-working holiday in Basista, Pangasinan in commemoration of its founding anniversary, to be known as Basista Foundation Day. Representative Morden.
To the Committee on Local Government.
Resolutions. House Resolution number 286, directing the appropriate House committees to investigate the Mindanao Railway project of the DOTR on the manner of identification of properties to be covered by the MRP, its acquisition of right-of-way, expropriation or affected properties, and other related matters. Representatives Duterte and Yap Eric.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 287, directing the appropriate House Committee to inquire on the increase of zonal valuation of properties across the country amidst the ongoing state of calamity due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Representative Ginto.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 288, directing the Committee on Basic Education and Culture to inquire on the rising number of adolescent pregnancy and human immunodeficiency virus among the youth. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 289, urging DPWH and the DepEd to enter into an interdepartmental memorandum of agreement for the establishment and implementation of a disaster-resilient master design and architectural plan for all primary and secondary schools in coastal areas in the Philippines. Representative Ecleo.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Resolution 290, directing the appropriate committee to conduct an inquiry on strengthening the complementary roles of public and private institutions in the Philippine educational system by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 291, directing the Committee on Basic Education and Culture to conduct an inquiry on the status of the implementation of the Free Internet Access in Public Places Act and the Open Distance Learning Act by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 292, directing the appropriate committee to conduct an inquiry on the recognition and promotion of the Filipino Sign Language as the language of instruction of deaf education as mandated under the Filipino Sign Language Act by Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 293, directing the Committee on Basic Education and Culture to conduct an inquiry on the impact of the pandemic school closures and recovery mechanisms for the basic education sector. Representative Gatchalian.
To the Committee on Rules.
Communications. Later dated May 3, 2021 of the COA Regional Director, Regional Office Number 11, furnishing the House of Representatives with copies of their annual audit reports on certain government agencies for the year ending December 31, 2020.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated May 19, 2022 of the DBM officer in charge, submitting to the House a copy of their fiscal year 2021 post-budget report.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Letter dated May 31, 2022 of the DOH OIC Undersecretary of Health, submitting to the House a copy of their report on 2022 PPE stockpile requirement and inventory as of May 31, 2022.
To the Committee on Health.
Letter dated June 6, 2022 of the COA OIC Supervising Auditor, CGS3, furnishing the House with copies of their biennial audit reports for the years ending December 31, 2020 and 2021 on certain water districts in the province of Negros Occidental.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated June 9, 2022 of the COA Regional Director, Regional Office Number 4A, furnishing the House with a copy of their annual audit report on the Batangas State University, Batangas City for the year ending December 31, 2021.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated June 9, 2022 of the COA Regional Director, Regional Office 13, furnishing the House with copies of their annual audit reports and management letter for the year ending December 31, 2021 on certain water districts.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated June 9, 2022 of the Tarlac State University President, submitting to the House a copy of their annual report for the calendar year 2021.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
Letter dated June 10, 2022 of the COA Supervising Administrative Officer, Audit Team Leader R1103, Regional Office Numbers 11, furnishing the House with copies of their annual audit reports for the year ending December 31, 2021 on certain government agencies.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated June 10, 2022 of the COA OIC Supervising Auditor, Audit Group Corporate Government Sector 1 and 2, Region 6, furnishing the House with copies of their annual audit reports and management letter on certain water districts.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated June 13, 2022 of the DOH Secretary, submitting to the House copies of their 2021 annual report entitled Responsible Parenthood and Reproductive Health Act of 2012.
To the Committee on Health.
Letter dated June 17, 2022 of the COA OIC Audit Team Leader, Audit Team Number R310, Regional Office 3, furnishing the House with a copy of their annual audit report on the President Magsaysay State University, Iba Zambales, for the year ending December 31, 2021.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Letter dated June 20, 2022 of the DOTR Undersecretary for Finance, transmitting to the House a copy of their summary performance monitoring report on appropriations, obligations, and disbursements as of May 31, 2022.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Letter dated July 29, 2022 of the Executive Director of the Agricultural Credit Policy Council, submitting to the House a copy of their quarterly physical report of operation as of June 30, 2022, which was posted on their website.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
Letter dated August 3, 2022 of the Puerto Princesa City Mayor, informing the House that their report on fund utilization and status of program project activity implementation under the financial assistance to local government units charged against the fiscal year 2021 contingent fund as of July 31, 2022 was posted on their website and in 3 conspicuous public places in their locality.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Annual audit reports on certain state universities and colleges for the year ending December 31, 2021.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Consolidated annual audit report on the Philippine Carabao Center for the year ending December 31, 2021.
To the Committee on Public Accounts.
Modernization program for calendar years 2022 to 2034 of the Bureau of Fire Protection.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
Committee reports. Committee report numbers 1 to 23, submitted by the Committee on Local Government on House Bill numbers 3961, 3962, 758, 3963, 3964, 3965, 3966, 3967, 3968, 694, 3969, 3970, 3971, 3972, 2725, 925, 3973, 2868, 3974, 3975, 3976, 3977, and 3978, respectively.
The aforementioned committee reports are referred to the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, with leave of the House, I move that we open privilege hour.
There is a motion to open privilege hour. Any objection? Privilege hour is open.
Mr. Speaker, I now move that the representative from Kabataan Party List, Raul Manuel, may be recognized to avail privilege hour.
The representative from Kabataan Party List, Representative Raul Manuel, is recognized.
Magandang araw, Mr. Speaker. Ang pribilehiyo na makapagsalita ngayong hapon ay alang-alang sa pagdepensa ng mga paaralan bilang zones of peace. Ang talumpating ito ay tugon sa mga tampok na kaganapan na nakakaapekto sa ating mga estudyante at kabataan. Dapat tiyaking napapangalagaan ang kapakanan ng mga bata at kabataan mula sa abuso habang sila ay nasa kanilang mga paaralan. Kahapon, nung Lunes pala, sa unang araw ng pasukan, para makatulong sa mga batang mag-aaral, nagsagawa ng isang aktibidad ang Salinlahi Alliance for Children's Concerns Incorporated. Ito ay pinangunahan ng Salinlahi at hindi ng Kabataan Party List. Yan ay ating nililinaw to debunk allegations from officials in the ranks of our police. For context, ang Salinlahi ay isang non-government, non-profit organization na nagtataguyod ng karapatan ng mga bata. Sa gitna ng pandemya, nakapaghatid ng tulong ang Salinlahi sa libo-libong mga bata sa pamamagitan ng pamamahagi ng pagkain at school supplies. Sa pakikipagtulungan nito sa iba't ibang organisasyong pambata, nakapagtayo noong Lunes ang Salinlahi ng isang booth na nakaposisyon sa gilid ng President Corazon Aquino Elementary School. Sa booth na ito, namamahagi ang mga volunteer ng libreng health essentials para tiyaking ligtas ang mga bata sa paaralan. May face mask, may alcohol, at meron pang ang prutas. Kusang loob at masayang lumalapit ang mga magulang at bata para kumuha ng naturang mga bagay mula sa booth ng Salinlahi. Sa kasamaang palad, Mr. Speaker, mali, illegal, at marahas na dinisperse ng mga kasapi ng kapulisan ang booth at tinangkang arestuhin ang ilan sa staff at volunteers. Lumikha ito ng takot at trauma sa mga bata at kanilang magulang na nasaksihan ang marahas na pagbubuwag ng booth sa mismong harapan nila. Tumitindig tayo na walang masama sa pagtulong. Hindi krimen ang pagtulong. Kung kagaya nito ang pwedeng mangyari habang mga kasapi ng kapulisan pa lamang ang ating pinag-uusapan, ano pa kaya kung mga kasapi na ng militar ang hahayaang makalapit sa mga campus? Sa ganitong diwa, nais nating ipahayag ang mga nasipat natin sa bagong IRR ng NSTP law na maaaring magbigay daan sa intensified presence ng state security forces sa mga campus. Noong Lunes, na-post ng Commission on Higher Education o CHED sa kanyang Facebook account ang bagong Implementing Rules and Regulations o IRR ng National Service Training Program o NSTP Act of 2001. Ito ay pinirmahan noong November 23, 2021 na ilathala sa Official Gazette noong February 28, 2022 at nirelease noong July 12, 2022 sa pamamagitan ng isang memorandum mula sa tanggapan ng tagapangulo ng CHED. Nababahala tayo sa IRR na ito dahil may probisyon na nagbibigay sa AFP o Armed Forces of the Philippines ng mas malaking papel sa pagsubaybay sa pagpapatupad ng NSTP. Dagdag pa riyan, Mr. Speaker, campuses will be turned into mobilization centers of the SRRU, or School-Based Ready Reserve Units. This has implications on how we safeguard schools from use for military purposes. And this elicits valid concerns about the prospects of militarizing campuses. Dapat faithful ang mga IRR sa batas. Ine-echo nito at pinapalamnan dapat kung ano ang nasa batas para maipatupad ng maayos. Ngunit nababahala tayo na hindi ganito ang layunin ng bagong IRR. The wording of the NSTP Act of 2001 is clear. SUCs must offer at least one component of the NSTP. They must offer the military training program and one other program at the minimum. However, what's in the IRR is watered down, Mr. Speaker. Instead of building the capacity of all SUCs to offer the various component programs under the NSTP, CHED preferred to force all SUCs with constituent campuses to offer both the basic and the advanced military training programs. Bilang panghuli, bilang mga mambabatas, bahagi ng ating tungkulin na tiyaking hindi lumalagpas ang mga IRR sa kung ano ang gustong mangyari ng batas. Kapag sinabi nating ligtas na balik eskwela, hindi lamang po ito tungkol sa pandemya. Ito rin ay tungkol sa demokratikong karapatan ng mga estudyante, kabataan at lahat ng education stakeholders. Yun lamang po, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of our Honorable Raul Manuel to the Committee of Rules for its appropriate actions.
There is a motion to refer the speech, privileged speech of Representative Manuel to the Committee on Rules. Any objection? Hearing none, the privileged speech of Representative Manuel is referred to the Committee on Rules.
Mr. Speaker, I move we terminate privilege hour.
There is a motion to terminate privilege hour. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance with the rules governing inquiries in aid of legislation, I move that we refer the speech of Representative Saulog delivered on August 16, 2022 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
There is a motion. Any objection? The motion of the Majority Leader is carried.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance with our rules governing inquiries in aid of legislation, I also move that we refer the following House resolutions to the appropriate committees. House Resolution number 5 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. House Resolution number 6 to the Committee on Trade and Industry. House Resolution number 7 to the Committee on Muslim Affairs. House Resolution number 13 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 14 to the Committee on Dangerous Drugs. House Resolution number 16 to the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms. House Resolution number 19 to the Committee on National Defense and Security. House Resolution number 22 to the Committee on Muslim Affairs. House Resolution number 23 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 24 to the Committee on Agriculture and Food. House Resolution number 25 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. House Resolution number 28 to the Committee on Energy. House Resolution number 29 to the Committee on Energy. House Resolution number 30 to the Committee on Energy. House Resolution number 31 to the Committee on Energy. House Resolution number 34 to the Committee on Energy. House Resolution number 36 to the Committee on Legislative Franchises. House Resolution number 38 to the Committee on Trade and Industry. House Resolution number 40 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 43 to the Committee on Information and Communications Technology. House Resolution number 44 to the Committee on Information and Communications Technology. House Resolution number 45 to the Committee on Justice. House Resolution number 46 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 49 to the Committee on Information and Communications Technology. House Resolution number 52 to the Committee on Transportation. House Resolution number 54 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 55 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 56 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 57 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 58 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 59 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 60 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 62 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. House Resolution number 63 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. House Resolution number 64 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 65 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 66 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 76 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. House Resolution number 78 to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education. House Resolution number 79 to the Committee on Health. House Resolution number 83 to the Committee on Labor and Employment. House Resolution number 86 to the Committee on Public Order and Safety. House Resolution number 92 to the Committee on Information and Communications Technology. House Resolution number 93 to the Committee on Overseas Workers' Affairs. House Resolution number 95 to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution number 98 to the Committee on Local Government. House Resolution number 101 to the Committee on Disaster Resilience. House Resolution number 108 to the Committee on Agriculture and Food. House Resolution number 109 to the Committee on Transportation. House Resolution number 115 to the Committee on Health.
House Resolution number 116 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 118 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 124, Committee of Public Information. House Resolution 125 to the Committee of National Defense and Security. House Resolution 133 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 140 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 141 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 142 to the Committee of Public Works and Highways. House Resolution 143 to the Committee of Population and Family Resolution. House Resolution 145 to the Committee of Suffrage and Electoral Reforms. House Resolution 146, Suffrage and Electoral Reforms. House Resolution 148 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 150 to the Committee of Overseas Workers Affairs. House Resolution 151 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 153 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 156 to the Committee of Public Order and Safety. House Resolution 166 to the Committee of Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution 168 to the Committee of Agriculture and Food. House Resolution 170 to the Committee of Disaster and Resilience. House Resolution 171 to the Committee of Basic Education and Culture. House Resolution 172 to the Committee of Trade and Industry. House Resolution 174 to the Committee of Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprises Development. House Resolution 175 to the Committee of Suffrage Electoral Reforms. House Resolution 176 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 177 to the Committee of Civil Service and Professional Regulation. House Resolution 179 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 180 to the Committee of Agriculture and Food. House Resolution 190 to the Committee of Public Education and Culture. House Resolution 191 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 192 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 195 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 199 to the Committee of Trade and Industry. House Resolution 200 to the Committee of Poverty and Alleviation. House Resolution 215 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 220 to the Committee of National Defense, Security, Public Order, and Safety. House Resolution 221 to the Committee of Trade and Industry. House Resolution 222 to the Committee of Culture, Agriculture, and Food. House Resolution 223 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 224 to the Committee of Metro Manila Development. House Resolution 225 to the Committee of Public Order and Safety. House Resolution 226 to the Committee of Justice. House Resolution 227 to the Committee Science and Technology. House Resolution 235 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 236 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 237 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 239 to the Committee of Basic Education, Culture, Higher Education, Higher Technical Education. House Resolution 252 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 259 to the Committee of Good Governance, Public Accountability, and Agriculture and Food. House Resolution 263 to the Committee of Health. House Resolution 270 to the Committee of Information, Communication Technology. House Resolution 272 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 273 to the Committee of Energy. House Resolution 274 to the Committee of Information and Communication Technology. House Resolution 275 to the Committee of Agriculture and Food. House Resolution 276 to the Committee of Basic Conversion. House Resolution 277 to the Committee of Local Government, Muslim Affairs, Peace, Reconciliation, and Unity. House Resolution 279 to the Committee of Transportation. House Resolution 280 to the Committee of Legislative Franchises and Trade and Industry. House Resolution 281, Legislative Franchises, Trade and Industry. House Resolution 282 to the Committee of Legislative Franchises, Trade and Industry. Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend session for a few minutes. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to refer the aforementioned House resolutions to the respective committees. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The aforementioned House resolutions are referred to the respective committees. Majority Leader?
Mr. Speaker, I move that we suspend session for a few minutes.
Session suspended.
Hi, ma'am.
I'm getting the hang of it.
Hours is good enough, right? 2 hours is good rotation. Hours is good, right? Start in the morning. Right, or and also okay. Tayo.
Session is resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move to elect the following members to the various committees as follows. To the Committee on Ecology, as Chairperson, Alonte Marlin Len B. To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture, as member, Roque Larny Lavin Vice, Go Mark O. To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, as Senior Vice Chairperson, Chato Edgar M. As member, Roque Larny Lavin. To the Committee on Appropriations as Vice Chairpersons, Bernos Ching B, Momo Romeo S. To the Committee on Public Works and Highways as Vice Chairperson, Quaresma Luisa Loren. As member, Kua Midi N. To the Committee on Tourism as members, Villafuerte Miguel Luis R. Kua Midi N. To the Special Committee on West Philippine Sea as members, Garcia Albert S. Garcia Maria Angela S. Nisay Journey Jet. To the Committee on Energy, as members, Romualdo Jordan Jesus M. Robes, Florida Rida P. Vergara, Rosana Ria V. To the Committee on Health as Vice Chairperson, Miguel Peter B. As member, Garcia Dante S. To the Committee on Information and Communications Technology as member, Vergara Rosana Ria V. To the Committee on Legislative Franchises as member, Konghun Jefferson F. To the Committee on Micro, Small, and Medium Enterprise Development as member, Salimbangon Janice Z. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
There is a motion to elect the aforementioned members to the various committees. Is there any objection? Hearing none, the chair declares the aforementioned members elected to the respective committees. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I would also like to recognize and acknowledge the presence of one of the guests of Kong Richard Gomez, Mr. Manny Kabili.
The guests of Representative Gomez, please stand to be recognized. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there being no business left for the day, I move that we adjourn session until Tuesday, next week, August 30, 2 p.m.
There is a motion to adjourn session until Tuesday, August 30 at 2 p.m. Any objection? Hearing none, session is adjourned.
Lagi talaga nagpipicture. Attendance niya, attendance. Kaya,